No, 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 no. You can reverse all that. It's not your fault that you're overweight. It is just a biological process that's been happening for over years. You did the right thing. You did what the government said. You did what the health institution said. You did what your personal trainer said, right? But they just didn't know the effect of the food. Hey there, welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about guilt, fault, and responsibility. Because, in this modern world where so many people are overweight and having trouble to lose the weight and, create a healthy lifestyle, it is not your fault. That's the main message. It's not your fault that you're overweight. It is just a biological process that's been happening for over years that lead to where you are right now. And most of it is because we have been taught the wrong things. Eat low fat. You have to move a lot, and all the processed food that's out there, the sugary drinks, even the juices from fruits, right? Apple juice, orange juice, cereals for breakfast, processed, highly processed food. That's our main food these days. And these types of food are making you fat because it's a biological process. Now, if you want to know more about that and why the ketogenic diet, which is one of the diet that leaves you lowering your carb intake so you can actually lose the weight, because carbs make in the end make you big and store it as fat, just watch this video up there and I'll explain it exactly what's happening. But the main important thing I want you to realize that it is not your fault. You don't lack any willpower. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not really focused on losing the weight. You probably did so many diets already, right? And from the big ones to maybe some obscure diet or a good advice from a friend who had a friend of a friend who also lost some weight, and they gave you new recipes to do, and counting calories. And my God, I've been there. I've also been overweight, obese, overweight, actually, according to the BMI norms and the waistline norms, right? So we can get out of that because we need to understand the biology of what's happening and what happened, right? And if you understand that, again, it's in the video up there, you can understand that it is not your fault. Now, of course, it is your fault what you've ate, right? But you did the right thing. You did what the government said. You did what the health institution said. You did what your personal trainer said, right? But they just didn't know the effect of the food. There's this interesting video about how that all's been created, right? Back in the 60s with this guy who did research, a scientist who researched on 7 countries and what made them have heart attacks, and he concluded it's fat, it's saturated fat, right? And you should stay away from saturated fat. And with the science we know of today, that's totally bullshit. It's just not true, right? We need saturated fat. We need unsaturated fat. Now, we don't need trans fats, and we don't need polyunsaturated fats, right? Except for omega-3 and omega-6, but that's a little bit more into the depth things. But the important message I want to bring across, if you're trying to lose weight and it hasn't worked for you, not in the long term, you probably lost a couple of pounds or kilos, right? But, they came back on. That is not your fault. It's your biology. Now, why is it your biology? Because whatever you eat, something happens with it. And your body is not some physics or mathematics. I eat 2,000 calories and I burn 2,000 calories, so that should equal it out. Or I eat 500 calories and I burn 1,200 calories, so I should lose weight. Well, your body reacts differently on things like that, right? That's, a subject for an whole other video. Why counting calories isn't the solution. But the main thing is that what you've been taught isn't right. So it's my message and my obligation to teach you the right thing. And the right thing is to know that it is not your fault, it's the biology. And if you know the biology, then you can change the biology, right? You can use your same biology to fix the problem. And that starts with a low carb diet. And a low carb, high fat diet, which means ketogenic diet or the low carb diet, which is not so strongly on lowering your carbs, but just lowering your carb intake, right? That's already a good thing. You will see that you can lose your weight. But that means that you need to change your view on food, and you need to change your way you're using food as a fuel for your body that actually is going to work for you. You can use the ketogenic diet, you can use this low carb diet, you can also use fasting or intermittent fasting. Those are pretty much the, the basic biology tricks you can use to lose weight sustainable. But that means you got to change your perspective on what food is and what it does. So this video that I've put out there as well is about this mental trick, seeing these types of food as poison. And it actually is poison. Above a certain amount of what you eat from this carbohydrates, your body responds to it as a toxic invasion, right? And your body can't manage the bad stuff that's happening there. So it's creating inflammations, oxidations, your LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol goes up, right? All the bad ships, well, that's one thing. The bad shit is happening. Again, it's the biology. So understand the biology and you can fix this. And one way to fix this is with a other way of looking at your diet. And not as in, I'm going on a diet. No, you have a regular diet which contains foods that are good for you. They're high in fats, in the right types of fats. They're moderate in protein because you also need your protein, but they're low in your carbs. And of course, you need your vitamins and you need your minerals, right? All the micronutrients there as well. So that's why people, we focus on you have to eat your vegetables, because vegetables and meat and fish, they are rich in also vitamins and minerals and things like zinc and iron, right? Everything that you also need, the things your body can't create themselves. So we need it from nutrients. But that's the reason we eat. But these days it has become a social event. It has become politically something we talk about. It's economically a very strong part of the deal, right? Take a look at the supermarket and you'll see how much money is going to be made of you eating the wrong types of food, all based on the wrong knowledge. Now, that's why it's not your fault, right? It's the biology. It has nothing to do with your willpower, because willpower loses from biology. You can't hold your breath for longer than your body says, I need to breathe, right? Well, the same goes for the food. Your biology remembers your old weight, right? So it's kind of like, wait a minute, you've been losing so many kilos now, that might be dangerous for the future because we need to go back to our regular state. So it actually has a memory inside of your body that's like pushing you upwards to the old weight, right? It's again, it's the biology. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And that's a different thing. It's your responsibility to fix your health because it is your health. It's not my responsibility to fix your health, right? I feel it's my obligation, but it's not my responsibility. That's you. You need to fix this. Because if you want to live a long life without any pains or diseases or troubles or things like that, there are no guarantees. Of course, anyone can get cancer. Anyone can get a disease in what form or the other. But you want to lower the risks, right? That's the same reason why we were masked during the COVID pandemic and why we kept our distances, right? Just because we want to lower the risks. And you can do something about it yourself. And it starts with the knowledge. That's why I make these videos. I want you to have this knowledge. I want this knowledge to be out there, to be shown, to be told to everyone, from children to parents, to adults, to elderly people. Everyone should know this because we've taught the wrong things. We've learned the wrong things. And once we know the right things, then we can take the responsibility and make the change. Now, I can understand you need help with this, so that's also what I do as a health coach, right? As a health and lifestyle coach, I help you create a new pattern of your life, of what you do. And, I help people that want to build their public speaking skills so they can build their life what they want in their jobs, but they also help people doing this with their health so they can create something in their life so they can have the control in their life and build the life that you desire. Now, if you want help with that, I got a link below so you can just go for a strategy call and we'll discuss, you and me, on how I can help you achieve this. Because I understand that it's not easy, right? The change in your lifestyle is not easy. Every type of change is difficult because also that's biology, right? Our brain doesn't like change. It doesn't like to change the norm. You have your habits engraved in you. Your subconscious mind is 90% of the things you do every day, and it's ingrained in you. And if you want to change that, that's going to be hard. But if you want a healthy life, if you want to get rid of diabetes, if you want to stop being sick all the time, if you are, if there's this misconception again, and it's so crazy, but we have this idea that when you grow older, well, you get a little bit fatter, right? Or you have pain in your joints, or you just are lacking energy. That's just that's aging. Yeah, it happens. No, 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 no. You can reverse all that. Actually, really, you can reverse all that. You can create more energy. You can get rid of your joint pain. I did that. I had pain in my right knee for almost 20 years. Every time I was sitting and I was bending my knee like that, and like in the theater or wherever watching a movie, I I had pain in my joints. But then I started losing weight, created better health, and the pain got away. And I'm 20 years older now, right? And I'm feeling more energized than ever. I can get out of a car without pulling myself out of the car because I lost so many weight. I even improved my eyesight, and no one can explain me how, but somehow that happened. So it is really up to you. It's your responsibility to create that. And I'm offering you help, right? If you need help with this, that's what I do. So please reach out to me and we'll fix this with you together. We'll make sure that you understand what's happening to the detail so you totally get it. And once you totally get it, you can start changing your belief system. You can start changing your habits. You can start changing the subconscious mind and change your lifestyle into something that works for you instead of against you. So again, don't blame yourself for the fact that you didn't know. But now you know, and it's up to you, your responsibility to make the change. So reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. I'm looking out for that. And if you got any questions, leave it out in the comment. Please hit like and subscribe. I've got tons of things that I want to share with you on personal development, leadership, life in general, right? And of course, our health. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.